Hi and welcome. This is Gypsy Maggie Rose. I'm coming back to you today with a little exercise that works really well in many instances. We all have times in our lives when we're dealing with stuff, our stuff, other people's stuff, and it becomes to a point where we get totally overwhelmed. Have you ever had someone who keeps coming back to you, and it's no matter what you do, they don't listen, or they continue with the old pattern, the old behavior, and you're banging your head against a brick wall? Yeah, we all know that situation, and we all have friends, family, people we know who are going through difficult times, and we feel we should be able to help them, or we feel we should be doing something. However, we get the guilt trips because we can't. Now, we need to understand there's a process in place here. Sometimes there is absolutely nothing you can do, or nothing you should do, which is a different matter altogether. Nothing you should do. How do you figure it all out? How do you give yourself peace of mind? How do you step back from being the helping hand, from being the friend, from being the big sister, from being the organizer, from being the mum, from being the nana? How do you work it all out and step back? Over the years, I've dealt with some stuff, let me tell you. But I've come up with a process that works, and I've called it the God basket. Yep, God stuff. First question, there are 3 questions to this. The first question is it your stuff? That's often a hard one because we go, yes, but. Or, but, if there's a but or an and a it's not your stuff. Tick that one off the box. Is there anything you can do about it? Think this through very carefully. Can you do anything to change or impact on the situation? The answer to that is, look, I don't know, or maybe if no, straight, yep, God stuff. 3, is it your place to do something? Sometimes, especially the mama and the nana, trust me, I'm the worst in the world. We think, yeah, look, I've been there, done that, know how it's done, this is how you do it. No, this is how you do it, or how I do it. It's not how they do it. Doing something for someone teaches them nothing, gives them no way to grow, no way to go forward. So you've answered your questions, you've gone, oh my goodness, this isn't my stuff, this is God's stuff. Or it's their stuff. If it's their stuff, it's still God's stuff, because there's nothing you personally can do about it. So what's next on the agenda? Next on the agenda is your God basket. This is a dear little box that I use. You can use anything. You can make an actual basket. You can make it as beautiful or as plain as you wish. It's your God basket. 2 processes. Sit down and really think it through. Be really comfortable with this process. Then write it out in as much detail as you can. So and so, insert the name if you need be, said this, and this one said this, and this one did this, and this one did. Write the whole thing. Get it off your chest, so to speak. Put it all on paper. It doesn't matter if you do it in 40 pages or 2 or 3 words. It's what works for you. It's getting it off your chest, out of your head, onto that paper. Can you speak it? No, it hasn't got the same effect. When you speak something, you do it very quickly, you get it, blah, 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 blah. When you write it, you're forced to stop and think. As you write, so that conscious and subconscious come together, and you're actually in a process of releasing. So then you pop it all in your God basket. pop it all in your God basket, walk away. You've put it out to the universe, to God, to the Creator, to whoever. You've dumped it in somebody else's lap, basically, but they're more able to deal with the situation or to make sure that the help needed is there. Then you just go about your normal day-to-day business. You do your stuff. 6, 7 weeks later, sometimes one hell of a lot sooner, you'll find that the situation is resolved, that it's all done and dusted. Take your notes out of your God box, light a little fire, burner, say thank you, start all over again. This is a simple process, but it's a very profound process because it releases your connection. It releases your, like, oh my God. It releases you from guilt. It gives you a space to move on in. It's good for you. You understand what I'm saying? So, if it's not your stuff and there's nothing you can do about it, put it in the God basket, let it go, give yourself time and a space to work through your things. And very often when you step back from a situation, you find you have a much better connection with the people involved because you're not taking sides, you're not making judgments, you're not giving them ultimatums. Mind you, some people need them. But in this case, it's like you're stepping back. You're not taking responsibility for somebody else's actions. Okay? So get your God box happening and make it as beautiful or as plain or as simple. I've got a dear little basket my sister brought me back from Fiji, which works for 3 and 4 liners. It works for things I can't do anything about right now, but I will be able to do something about next week. Okay, a bill comes in. Oh my goodness, can't do that this week. Put it in the little basket. I can do it next week. 2 different things. Other people's stuff and your stuff. Make sense? Good. You have a great day now. You can pop over to either one of my websites, gypsymaggierose.com or elyralight.net, and check out what is on offer, what I do, basically who I am. Take care.